Fuck it, let's film. Um, I've got a video, right, and it says processing, and I'm not sure if it is. But, what happened was, yeah, I'm a bit of a technology head, you know, I'm good at science. I've got an A in, A-level chemistry and a B in maths. And what's happened is, while I was filming a video, it was actually uploading on my Wi-Fi 2 videos, the one that I was filming and another one as well. I assume that's what's happening. I mean, it says processing, it isn't really doing a lot, so, you know, that's all the information I have. I smoked some weed. I'm just holding how I'm feeling on the weed. It's like CBD, but it's better. I only put like a tiny amount in because I'm very sensitive to weed. And I will have a bad time if I smoke too much. It will. You know, the last video that I ran through how when I first started smoking weed, which was about 4 months ago, I went crazy. I was just having pipe after pipe after pipe after pipe, and it gave me this terrible feeling that I just had to have it. I just had to smoke as much down me as I possibly could, and it was a very uncomfortable feeling, and it came from smoking too much. Yeah. But I don't think that I'll smoke any more weed. I've got plenty of CBDA to have. But I don't think I'll have any more weed because weed, you know how drugs affect different people. That's what I'm going to say anyway. Right. I mean, I know the only person I really know who smokes a lot of weed and is completely unaffected, I mean, albeit maybe like it gives her chronic anxiety, you know, but is Anna Campbell. I think she smokes about an eighth a day, I'm not sure. And what I'm talking about is memory. If I smoke too much weed, it affects my memory. And I'm trying to explain something, you know, on YouTube. I'm usually very good. I'll sort of like jump all over the place. I'll use different examples to explain what I'm on about, yeah. And the thread of what I'm saying will just like disappear. So it's actually it gives me self-worth issues because I know that I'm stoned, and I know that the only reason I can't remember what I'm saying is because the weed, but my emotions in that moment are like, oh God, I'm so stupid, you know. I think it's because I've been brought up to be like really intelligent. There was a lot of pressure on me to do well at school and things like that. And if I do something in my mind that is really dumb, you know, that trauma comes back, that trauma of how I've been treated all my life as having to be intelligent and having to be some kind of academic person, you know what I mean? That trauma, it comes back, and that's how it manifests itself. And I know that's vulnerable, but who gives a fuck? You know. Let me just move that, because I don't like the top of my head disappearing out of the frame. So earlier on I did a mukbang. I didn't call it mukbang because mukbang was just a small part of the video. I feel like I've been making good videos. And I'm seriously gonna have to get into CBDA, because, well, yeah, I think so. You know, looking at the whole picture, I think so. I'm a little strapped for money at the moment, so I can't like buy a gram a day. But I plan to start doing that in the future. Although, what is although? Although is whatever it is. Yeah. So, yeah, it is very similar. A very small amount of weed is very similar to like a CBD smoke. I can feel it affecting my memory a little bit. It's like a kind of distraction. I think that the distraction might be dopamine. You know, there's so much dopamine that it's like distracting my mind. I think what it's doing is it's sending me into delusion, not in like a huge way, but in a small enough way to like make my reality less strong. You know, just take the edge off my reality. Because like there's two sides to the coin. There's psychosis on this side, and there's reality on that side. And if psychosis becomes a little bit stronger, not strong enough to hear voices or anything like that, but if it becomes stronger, then reality becomes weaker. And it's reality where like memories come from, and the ability to have a train of thought and explain it using like different things like I do. I jump around. You know, it just, the natural thought processes are weaker, and it's easier to slip up. So, yeah. Oh my goodness. You know, I'm holding space at the moment because like I wasn't only have severe anxiety and needed clonazepam because of post-traumatic stress disorder. I was on my period as well. I mean, the first time I got my period was about 3 months after my last one, and now it's changed to I have a period about every 2 weeks, which actually for me is very nice, because if it builds up over 3 months, I literally went fucking ballistic, you know. But if it's every 2 weeks, you know, I'm just a little bit wary, a little bit on guard, a little bit like, don't come on to me, you know, a little bit like, um, I don't know, a little bit stressed out more than usual. So, so that's nice. Um, what I'm holding space now for, what I'm holding space now for is, if I smoke, I know I've gone on about this CBDA a lot, and I think that's probably because it really is the most amazing smoke. It really is. Um, Unreal. Gives me a lot of confidence when I'm out and about. I feel relaxed. I don't feel like I'm going to get any mean comments off of anyone. You know, if I do get a comment off someone, it's fine, you know. I can think about what it probably meant. I probably won't understand what that was, but I can always celebrate that people are being themselves and, you know, feeling free to be open about things. See, now, you know, I was talking about like how you lose your thread. Normally I'd be able to jump right back before I said all of that and pick up from where I was there. Try and trace it back. So, understanding what people are saying. Yeah, I'm talking about, it's funny because I haven't ever done it that way before. I haven't tried to trace it back. When I'm not stoned, it just comes to me, you know, I don't need to put any effort into it at all. You know, I just stay quiet for a moment and it just comes to me. But yeah, it gives me a lot of confidence. And I'm going to try and get some off my doctor. The reason I tried it was because it's good for epilepsy, and drugs that are good for epilepsy tend to reduce anxiety. So I thought it must be a very powerful anti-anxiety drug to be able to work on epilepsy, you know. And trying it has been a very good experience. Yeah. I mean, that's usually what I do. I normally describe where I've been at in the last few days. Like I say, I smoked a little bit of crack cocaine, and you know what? I'm going to say something here. And what it is that I'm not going to go there because I want to be feeling positive vibes. I can have a beer. But there is that thing though that you know when I was first experimenting with marijuana and I just got higher and higher and higher, and it didn't help. Um, it didn't help. So you know, I wonder if you know where I'm coming from. I'm just craving, is all it is. But I will not. I promise you that I will not have any more weed. I'm gonna have some CBD. And I may drink coffee all evening and stay up all night. Yeah. I want to know if that video's finished processing. Oh, when I had my iPhone X, the YouTube app was just a total nightmare. But I think the proper way of saying it is that this phone is absolutely fucking dope. It is. Because the main thing I do with it is make YouTube videos, and they've just made it so amazing the way that it works. The only problem is iMovie won't do more than 15 minutes to YouTube, and I find that a little confusing because what I'm thinking is if I go into iMovie and I look down the things, and I know I've done it before, but sometimes I miss things. I look for the length of time that the video can be. I know that YouTube allows me to upload 45 minutes. So I know I don't need to go into settings and make sure that that checkbox is ticked, because I upload them, it works, you know, it's no problem. There's some kind of disagreement between iMovie and the YouTube app, because the YouTube app will allow me to upload 45 minutes, and iMovie will only allow me to upload 15, and not even that. You know, if it's 1080p, it won't even do that. And I believe in communication, and I believe that the makers of the iMovie app should be in communication with Google to try and sort this problem out. Because it's just daft. Isn't it just daft? I mean, think about it. Think how many people have been trying to make YouTube videos and edit them on iMovie and not been able to do anything. I think though that I'm showing my age, because normally what I'd do is I'd just go on the App Store and find like a video editor and do it that way. Yeah. Yeah. So we'll stand this up. Oops. We'll stand this up, right? And we'll have some, because like I say, I'm not having any more weed. I keep looking at myself in the screen, and anybody who records on a phone knows exactly what I'm talking about. Right. Can you see me? Maybe if I turn it around like this, place it down. Yeah. Just breaking bits off. It's pure bud. It is 100% pure bud, this stuff. Sorry, I'm not in the frame anymore. Just sort that out. I went on the internet and I was looking for the cheapest CBD buds, but they all seem to be about the same price. It's like about 10 quid a gram. I mean, even the taste of it is amazing. You know? Just having a chill moment. I mean, I've just smoked some CBD, so it will be a chill moment. I wonder what the time is. I think I can look what the time is. No, I can't. Maybe if I tilt it this way and come down from there. Yeah, we're still recording. 2030. 2030. That's dope, innit? 8:30. Yeah. I mean, this is what I do. I don't really watch that much ASMR. I don't watch TV. I'm not afraid to be authentic. And I like to have a candle on, and I just like to lay here and make YouTube videos. And that is lit as dope, yeah, because like I feel comfortable. I feel comfortable and happy just laying here on my settee and, doing whatever. Um, yeah. I mean, there's so much going on in my life, and it's all internal things. I mean, the energy that I felt when I was with Carol was the hugest validation that I've ever had, because I knew that the way I hold energy, the way I do, the way I be, the way I is, yeah, the way I hold energy, it was just huge validation. I I can be me. I can have the energy that I have. Um, and yeah. And like you can say, well, that's a break, but it takes time to hold these things. It's very healing. Very healing. And that's people. That's people who are healing. I mean, yes, you get toxic people. Um, but for me, I've got to get through all the toxic people before I can get to the good ones. I mean, things just get better and better. Hmm. I was talking to my mum about what plants I want on my windowsill. She is a very negative person, and we don't really get on, to be honest. Um, she won't talk to me. She won't have a conversation with me when I go to hers. All she does is watch TV, and she won't talk to me. I can't remember where I was going with this. She was saying miniature hollyhocks, yeah, they're going to snuff it because, I mean, it could be true. But because they've been outside in the cold and I bring them in and put them on my windowsill, she reckons they're going to snuff it. But what's relevant is that I've grown strawberries 3 years in a row, yeah, and they never died when I brought them in from the cold. So, you know, it's just that I saw them on like QVC or Ideal World, and they looked so incredibly beautiful. I just, I like them, you know? I like them. I actually feel quite stoned, which is weird. Um, I think what's happened is that gear is the kind of gear that creeps up on me. But being positive, It's a funny feeling. It is a funny feeling. Because I told myself, right, I drink beer, okay, and beer does not make me psychotic in any way. It doesn't affect my memory. I can hold a conversation. I can think, I can be creative, etc., on beer. Well, having said that, when I was with Carol and I'd had a beer, I found myself not talking as much as I'd been talking before and really listening instead. So, it's the curse. It's the curse of being aware of a lot of things, really. Um, I'm gonna have a vape. I don't know if I had a vape. I have to take you with me. I'll unplug this charger. I have to take you with me while I get my vape. But like I say, what do I say? This is this is marijuana. What do I say? I don't know. What do I say? Where's the juice? You know, I'd really like some new music. I have the vape. I got the vape, yo. Let's tilt that down a bit. What I really want to do is take you in the kitchen and make a coffee, but it's not going to happen, so I'll just have to do that bit later. And I'm thinking about fear, and I'm thinking about fear of coffee. I mean, yeah, I had a flashback, and I had 2 barista coffees and a regular coffee, and I do know that marijuana does bring on anxiety in me. It will make me feel like I'm gonna die. Like I'll literally feel like, oh, that's my last breath. You know. So this is what's going on with me. You know, I have a very logical mind, and I try and figure out what caused what. You know, what was it? Was it just post-traumatic stress disorder and it was going to come out sooner or later anyway? Or was it the coffee? Or I don't even know. Because, like, marijuana is a psychedelic, and it's going to bring out all that stuff that needs to come out. So that could have been what that was, but maybe the coffee didn't do anything. I'm thinking about fake people, but I'm not thinking of any fake people in particular. You know. It seems like there's only one road to beauty, and what was the other one? Beauty and awareness and intelligence, and that's being authentic. My vape's run out. Disaster has struck. Disaster has struck. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Stick this up here. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Oh, I figured out what's going on yet. It's because my computer's off. So it's not been charging it all evening when I've been plugging it in. Right, so I'm gonna have some more. Do I have some more? Well, there's, what is there, 2.5 minutes left on this, because I won't shut it off at 45. I'll shut it off at 40. That gives me some kind of leeway. I hope you enjoyed spending time with me. And I don't know. I mean, I've said this before, you know, when someone watches my video and I make a video that I'm really passionate about, like I had 32 views on this one video, and you know, even if I get one view, I'm very happy, because I know that person has watched it and listened to me say, like, the whole story, you know. So I do appreciate you watching, and thanks for watching. Goodbye.